everybody, this is Mark the Game Truck with another Game Pickups video. We got a ton of stuff here. I was just spanning a couple months of pickups, so I haven't really been picking up a whole lot, just stuff that I would like to play and stuff I found interesting. And we got a gift as well from a fellow YouTuber as well, so we'll get into that. And yeah, let's get started. I got my co-host here that pops in from time to time. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Are you bored? Do you want to start with that?
What?
With what you're holding?
This guy?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What is it? A sack boy?
Sack boy.
Yeah, from where?
From Uncle Nex.
What game is that from?
Little Big Planet.
Mm-hmm. Me? So she ended up getting that. We've been playing Little Big Planet together. We're currently on the second one, right?
Yeah.
You like that game so far?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, speaking of, so we went there to Nick's yesterday, and I picked up more games than what I wanted. I only had 2 games that I had him put aside for me. So I ended up picking this up for my daughter. And I guess I'm gonna start working backwards then, since these are yesterday's pickups. I never even heard of this game. It's called Spin Dizzy Worlds. I was like, they're looking at his Super Nintendo stuff. I saw this. And it's actually a really interesting game. You're like a top, and you like collect like these little orbs. The soundtrack in this is amazing. Oh my god. And it was only like $8. So, and even Nick said, he's like, I've never seen this before, ever. So I was like, I'm picking it up. It might be worth something down the road. You never know. This might be on a Hidden Gems video that Metal Jesus does, and the price will skyrocket. But yeah, this game, if you never played this game, I would definitely check it out. It's really fun. I haven't really delved deep into it, but I just played a little bit of it. It's kind of like a interesting, like, isometric puzzle game, but it's with a rocking soundtrack. So, yeah, definitely check it out. I've never seen it before, never heard of it. No one's ever talked about it. This is probably the first time anyone's hearing about this game on YouTube. So, there you go. The first for YouTube. Spin Dizzy Worlds on the Super Nintendo. So we got that. Picked up, went on a N64 kick. We got War Gods, which is Dexter's copy. Usually I put, I'm not even going to bother taking that off. Usually I put like a little, my own label for the top. We have War Gods. He had like 2 copies that didn't have that, but the other copy, like the sticker was all messed up, so I was like, I'll get this copy, it doesn't matter. So we got that. Then we got Asteroids Hyper 64. Asteroids 64 Hyper? I don't know how you say that game. Asteroids... I don't know. Anyway, the Asteroids game for 64. This game looks pretty fun, so I enjoyed the remake for the PlayStation, so I look forward to checking this one out. I think it's different. I don't think they have the same levels or anything. And then I ended up picking this up so Jay and I could play it, and that's Yoshi's Story. So this game looks pretty interesting. We can get around to playing that. And then my daughter wanted to play this, since we've been playing Little Big Planet. I totally forgot about this game, and that is Little Big Planet Karting. Now, I know Gaming Off of the Grid mentioned like a couple videos they've done where they showed how like the cover art like lies to you, and this one lies to you as well. So take note, guys. This one says 1 player, and then 2 to 8 network or whatever. Yeah, 2 to 8 network players. So I started playing this, the tutorial, just to check it out, and it's single player, the tutorial, and she was having she had the second controller plugged in, and then after the tutorial she came into the game. So it is a 2-player game after the tutorial. So we just started playing this. I didn't want to like get too far into this because we're still working on the second game, right? So after we play the second game, we'll get into this. So, and then lastly, what I got from... What's so funny?
Nothing.
Lastly, what I got from Nick is Unholy Night. Oh, sorry about that glare. It's a box protector. On the Super Nintendo. Now, funny story about this. So, I was going through Facebook and looking at the new stuff that got traded in. And he had this, and underneath was like a Castlevania game for the GBA. So immediately, like, I don't know why. I guess because I saw like the kind of like the cross. I thought when I read it, I thought this game was like a Castlevania clone, but he was talking about the Castlevania GBA game. So I was like, "Oh, is this available?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." I was like, "Oh yeah, put that aside for me." So I looked into it, and it was a fighting game. I'm like, "Huh, that's weird. I thought this was a Castlevania clone." And then I reread it. I was like, oh, he was talking about the Castlevania game, the GBA game that he had underneath it. I'm like, oh, man. So I was like, well, maybe this game's not bad. I like fighting games. So I was watching a review from RGT85 on this game and how horrible it is. And this was like 3 years ago he did that video. And of course, I commented on it saying, oh, it's a shame that this game's horrible. And here I bought it. So I haven't popped in, and I heard it's like not bad. It's like mediocre at best, but I mean, I'm a sucker for crappy fighting games, so I'll probably enjoy it regardless. But I thought that was kind of silly. So yeah, Unholy Night on the Super Nintendo. It looks like they barely played it, which doesn't say a whole lot. There's some screenshots. So it looks good, it looks promising, but the reviews stayed otherwise. So there you go. Oh my god, we have so much stuff. So I ended up doing mods. My buddy Jimbo, he showed me this mod that you can do on the NES Max, where you can add an analog stick. So there you go. I have an NES Max with an analog stick. And this controller is now the best NES controller ever. Oh my god, it's so comfortable. Like this, like kicks the dog bone controller out, blows it out of the water. And I made mine a little loose because you have to be careful when you sand it. It's like a little loose, like you can spin it, but the tutorial video I showed, like they said that's fine if you can spin it like that. But it's like it has some give. I ended up making one for Jimbo because I was like, oh, I'll make you one. And his is like a lot tighter, but I compared the two when I was playing them, and it's like really not noticeable, like any like laggy issues, like going from one side to the other with this looseness. So it's not too bad. I enjoy it. Yeah, it's like the regular analog stick, essentially. So yeah, this controller is great. And I was on Twitter and I posted this, and Bianca was saying, "Oh, I could have given you a controller." I was like, "Oh, well," I was like, "Okay." So I messaged her on the side. I was like, "Oh, well, I mean, I'll still take the other controller because I would like to do a how-to video on how to do this, because I did this like more like methodically, like, you know, when you look at the videos, they're like, oh, well, just guess. Like, I did it like to where like it's simple to do this mod. So she hasn't responded back. I don't know what's going on. So Bianca, if you're watching, let me know if you still want to send me over a controller. I'll use it in my how-to video to make this mod. So yeah, this thing's awesome. There's that. And speaking of controllers, I ended up picking up this third-party crap controller for the PlayStation, because I have no PlayStation 3 controllers at all. Like, I have crappy PlayStation 3 controllers. And I got this. This one, it's the old school one. Now, the thing that pisses me off about this is that it doesn't have the gyro in it, which is really annoying. Like, why couldn't they add that? Like, that's like a feature for a lot of games. Like, and you can't even, like, if I can't play Heavy Rain with this. Like, come on. They couldn't add that to it. So, I mean, it's good for, like, a PC, I guess, because, I don't know, or, like, maybe, like, a Retro Pi or PlayStation Classic with the RetroArch configured, but, yeah, there's that. I mean, 17, 18 bucks, or whatever. Another crappy controller added to the collection. Oh, boy. And then, last night, we were over my parents for dinner, and my dad was like, oh, do you want this? I was like, yeah, sure. So it's like horror classics, 50 movies. And they're like all the greats, like Vincent Price, Boris Karloff, Bela Lugosi. So definitely look forward to checking this out. Unfortunately, I mean, it's all DVDs, so it would be nice if it was Blu-ray. Probably use less discs. Because how many discs are there? There's like, I forgot. I thought it says how many discs there are. There's like 8 or 9 discs. Yeah, 12 discs. There's 12 discs in here. So if it was like on Blu-ray, it would probably be like 6 discs or something. Because there's more room, but yeah, what can you do? So definitely, there's some really good movies in here too. So definitely forward to checking these out. I probably won't sit by and watch all of these. Like, who has 62 hours and 20 minutes to spare? Not me. So there's that. What's next? Oh yeah, you showed that, right? The thing. So I got a new Odyssey 2 game that came out. It's called The 50-Foot Tall Stalk of Celery. That's a title. There's that. What are you doing? And they came with the manual, full color manual? Manual for it. This game looks interesting. It just came out by another Chris Reed game. His games are always fun to play. So, apparently it has you can use the voice too, which is kind of weird because usually we'll put like the voice module logo right there that says voice enabled, but that's not there, so kind of tricks you. But looks pretty cool. So definitely look forward to checking that out on the Odyssey 2. What else? Alright, so as you guys know, I think from maybe, was it last pickup video? I ended up, I'm going for a full Sega Classics collection. And this is going to segue into my game that awesome YouTuber sent me. So I couldn't find a definitive list of all of the Sega Classics. Hey, do you mind I'm talking here? A definitive list of all the Sega Classics that were released. So my buddy Matt, he ended up showing me. He took like a screenshot. He's like, "Oh, yeah, this is the list I found," and apparently it was from an old Sega Age website. I guess they changed the domain. So it had a list, and I was like, "Oh, cool! Do you have like the link for it? Is this a screenshot?" So he sent me the link, and I delved into the link further. And I'll leave the link in the description, as well as Matt's channel. Definitely check them out. Yeah. So I was looking at, and they go into more detail. Like there's like variants, which I had no idea. Mostly variants dealing with like the rating system. Because they first had the Genesis rating system of GA, and then they went to kids to adults from the ESRB. so yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. I'm not going to get the variants, but I would like to just have the whole collection, which I think there's only like 12 games total. And I think right as of now, I'm only missing like 3. And they're all sports games. So I got all the expensive games. So I was looking at the list, and of course, one of the games is Shadow Dancer, which I just picked up. I just showed it in my last game pickup video. And that game, I think I spent like, I think $50 on that game. So I'm like, great. So I was looking on eBay. I'm like, how much am I going to spend on this thing? just to have the Sega Classic variant of it. So like one guy's asking 75, and then I saw this lot. Guy was asking like I think 40, and I just was watching it. So then like the one day he's like, "Oh, seller offered you a discount." So I looked and he offered me a 20% discount off of this lot of 3 games, and 2 of them I didn't have, and the one will now complete what I currently have. So it's like a win-win for me, and it had the Shadow Dancer game that I needed. So I was like, oh crap, I didn't have any money, so I ended up like, apparently with my PayPal I linked one of my Ally accounts to it, which had money. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to use the Ally account, and when I get money in my other account, I'll just put the money back, which I did already. So, and I ended up picking up this lot of Sega games for like, I think $37, which was a hell of a deal. First we got Tommy Lasorda Baseball. So, didn't have that. And then this one's nice and complete. So we got that. And then this is the one I had, Super Monica GP. But this one is complete, and it has like the registration card behind it. So that's cool. So I'll just take the registration card, and I don't know, now I have a duplicate. So if anyone needs a copy or whatever, let me know. You're probably like, I don't want that crap. And here we go. We got Shadow Dancer again, The Secret of Shinobi, and I spend way less money than the official game. So, but unfortunately it's missing the manual, but I don't care. I'm just excited to have the game in the case. So now I have Shadow Dancer, Sega Classic version. I don't know, I might go even crazier after I do this and buy the originals. So I'm gonna hold on to my original as well, because it'd be kind of cool having showing like the Sega Classic games and then the originals on the other side. I think that would be kind of neat and kind of dumb. So there you go, Shadow Dancer, The Secret of Shinobi, an excellent game by the way. So now it's all downhill. Like I think the 3 games are like they're like sports games, so they're like, I don't know, like a couple bucks a piece. So I'll have that collection in no time. So then my buddy Cory, oh god, what's his YouTube channel name? He always changes it. I think it's just Cory O at the time of this recording, or Cory Manly Gaming. He changes his YouTube channel name like the weather. So he reached out to me on Twitter, and from the last video, he was like, "Oh, I have an extra Sega Classic game you can add, and that is..." So he gave it. I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take it." And that's Sonic the Hedgehog. Heck yeah, awesome. He said it doesn't have the manual, which I don't care. As long as it has the game and the case, I'm fine with that, because I don't even have, to be honest, I don't even have the manual for my original Sonic the Hedgehog, so it's no big deal. So, awesome. Thank you, Cory. You are the man. Definitely check him out. I'll put a link in the description to his channel as well. Yeah, so that was super awesome of him to send me a copy of this. So yeah, and this game is up there too. I was like, oh my god, really? You're gonna send me Sonic? That's awesome. Like, I asked him if he wanted anything. He's like, oh no. So I'll probably buy him like a beer or lunch next. Too many games next year, hopefully. We'll see. But yeah, it's awesome. Thank you, Cory. Super excited to have this. Now, yeah, there's 3 games. If I get around to it, I'll put them in the description of the games I'm missing. I haven't. Once I sort through everything, I'll figure it out. Right now, I have no idea what I have and don't have. So then, now these 2 are kind of interesting. We got, everyone's probably like, oh, boring, because everyone picked this up, and it's Super Mario 3D All-Stars, which took forever to arrive. I ordered this from Target, because I was like, well, I'm just going to order it online, because I figured like it would be sold out in stores, which it wasn't. You could find these everywhere in every Walmart. I ended up getting, this took like 3 weeks to arrive. I was like, Jesus. I mean, it's no big deal. It's not like I'll get around to playing it within the time. It's still sealed too. So, Yeah, so this will probably be another one Jay and I play at some point. Isn't that cool? Which one do you like better?
What?
Didn't you say you liked the other game better?
What?
You know.
Which one better?
You know.
I like that one better.
No, remember the paper?
Paper Mario.
Yeah, you said that was better than this?
Paper Mario.
Why are you talking so low? The camera can't hear you. Huh? What are you being shy for, huh? What's the matter? She says Paper Mario is better than this. Okay. Do you want Paper Mario?
For Christmas.
For Christmas? So, funny thing is this, is like, everyone was like, because this is going to be limited, everyone and their mother, like, jumped on this. You see, every YouTuber picking this up, so they're like, oh, this is going to be worth something nowadays. But, on the flip side, I ended up picking up Shakedown Hawaii on the Wii U, the very last Wii U game made. So, I remember this coming out on VBlank's website, and I think they were hinting that this was going to be the last game, but I believe at that time, when this was released, I thought they were going to make another Just Dance game for it, but I guess like Ubisoft pulled it, and they ended up just sticking with the Switch. So this ended up being the last one, and I was like, oh crap. So I totally forgot about this, and then I watched Adam Korlick's video, and he was like, yeah, this is the last one. I was like, oh no, I gotta pick one up. So of course went to VBlank's website, sold out, you know, typical. So I went on eBay, and these are actually not that expensive. From what I was gathered, I thought this would be like hundreds of dollars. I ended up spending like, I think like $55 for this guy, shipped, which is like a hell of a deal considering this is the very last Wii U title to be released. And usually that's always the case with any system. Usually the last game's like huge amounts of money. Just like my, right now, my quest to get Spider-Man Web of Fire on the 32X. Like, oh my god, what a nightmare. It just keeps going up and up. Like, why? And I can't find one anywhere either. It's just so frustrating. So yeah, so now I got this. I don't even have a Wii U, but I have the last game that ever came out with it. So that's kind of silly. So yeah, I thought that was funny, you know, like, oh, this is going to be rare, but, you know, people don't talk about this game much. So, you know, once that people realize, they're going to be like, oh, why didn't I jump on this? So, now's the time. Even now, I was looking on eBay. I'm thinking about, I might go a little bit crazy and buy the collector's edition of this as well. Because that's even just the same price, too. So, I don't know. I might just be satisfied with this. Because I don't even have a Wii U. And I have this on the Switch, for Christ's sake. So, yeah. Shakedown Hawaii. The final Wii U game. And then what else did we pick up? Oh, yeah. And also, with that PlayStation 3 controller, we were at we get to ABXY Games. Ended up picking up Chuck Rock, another Game Gear game off the list. Still chugging along with the complete Game Gear collection. And then we got this. We got Truxton, which is funny. I wasn't gonna pick this one up, but I looked on eBay and like they were still asking for around this price, but the labels were like completely trashed. So I was like, you know what? This is in like super mint condition. Usually right there, it's always scratched up by the logo. So, and then usually there's scratches, but this is in pristine condition. Works perfectly. So yeah, got Truxton on the Sega Genesis, which is a fun game, but very, very difficult. And that was on Etsy, and I saw like, you know, some YouTubers, they were getting like these little mini Sega Genesis carts to go into the Genesis menu. Of course you can't see it. It's out of frame. But anyway, it's up there. And he was selling like customized mini Genesis games. So I was like, oh, these are cute. So I ended up picking up a couple. We got the original Sonic the Hedgehog, which, look, let's see here. Thanks to Cory sending this, we can do a size comparison. Look at that. So there. How cool is that? And this is the regular game, not for resale. And this is the regular game too. My copy says not for resale, so it won't look as cool. But how cool is that? And even like, it even looks cool as just to put on the shelf too. I'll probably end up doing that with it. So I ended up picking up Sonic the Hedgehog. Don't update. I'm still making a video. And then we got Castlevania Bloodlines. So super excited to have these. I'll put a link in the description if anyone's interested. Like even if you don't have Genesis Classic, these are still cool to have on the shelf. Which, like I mentioned, I'll probably just put them over there with the Genesis games. What are you doing? So lastly, I ended up going to the record store, and unfortunately they're moving. But fortunately, I ended up going through all of my Laserdisc. I watched all of them already, and I got rid of all the ones I didn't want. But they were like, yeah, we're going to be moving to Delaware. I'm like, oh no. And I was like, how am I going to get Laserdisc? It's the only store I know of that sells Laserdisc in Jersey. So I ended up having like $25 store credits. So I was like, well, I better use this before, it's nice that he gave me a heads up about it, because that would suck if I'm like, oh, I have $25 credit, and they're like, oh, we moved. I'm like, oh, great. Lost out on my $25 credit, so picked up a couple movies. Do you want to share the movie I got you? Want to show Frozen? Yes, you can show it. Got Frozen on Blu-ray. Do you want to watch that one at some point? Maybe tomorrow or something? Or do you want to watch the other one? And we got Mortal Kombat.
I don't play the game.
Oh, Little Big Planet instead? Okay. And then these are the Laserdiscs I picked up. We got The River Wild, which this is a fantastic movie. It's like a thriller type movie. It's really good. I wasn't even expecting much, but yeah, it's a fantastic movie. And this one, I didn't even hear about this one. I was like, Citizen X, what is that? So me, I love watching serial killer documentaries, and none of the serial killer documentaries I watch talk about this particular serial killer. And apparently it happened in I forget where it was. Yeah, so this guy was basically stalking out little kids and killing them, and he ended up killing 52 children. It's crazy, and they couldn't find them. I was like, this was crazy. And it's funny, they actually had them in custody and they let him go because it's his blood didn't match or whatever. He had 2 different blood types or whatever the heck was the case. I don't want to spoil a whole lot of it. I think I did, but yeah, this is excellent movie. It's a little, some parts of it are a little, boring, but other than that, the small little bits, it was a really good movie. Then we got this classic, Fern, Gully, The Last Rainforest. This is a classic. Still holds up till today. The animation on this is absolutely beautiful. And I didn't realize how short it was. It's only a little over an hour. So there, we got that. Then we got this one, Indecent Proposal. So this was a really good movie. The ending I thought was kind of cheesy, but yeah, this was a pretty good, decent movie. Definitely not what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be more towards Unfaithful with Richard Gere, but it wasn't even like that, which was kind of cool. I enjoyed it. And Olivia, want to show you the one I picked up for you? What is that? Oh, are you gonna say what it is? No? Why not? So she got The Land Before Time 3, The Time of the Great Giving on Laserdisc. I don't even have the first two. So I told her, I was like, why do you want this? We don't even have the first two. I mean, we watched the first two before, right? On Netflix or whatever. Yeah, you watched them before. So yeah, that is it. Oh my god, a half hour. Jeez. Why is the video so long? Why did I buy so much stuff? I mean, this was spanning a couple months. But jeez. That's crazy. Anyway, guys, that's about gonna wrap it up. Right? Where you going? Here, sit down. Come on.
I want to get something.
Oh my god. You silly. What, the boo?
Yeah.
Alright, well, come on. We're gonna end the video.
Okay.
Alright. Got your sack person there, sack boy. Alright guys, so that's about it. Sorry the video's longer than I expect. I really don't like long videos, but got a ton of stuff. And thanks again, Cory, and thanks again, Matt, for giving me that information as well. Links in the description as I mentioned earlier. Until next time, guys, this is Mark the Game Truck signing out. Have a good day.
Bye.